this eclipse energy, like this eclipse season, oh my god, you guys, tell me how you're feeling because it is wild. I just wanted to like come and do a little reading, tap into the vibe. Let's see what comes through. Whoa, my ear just started ringing like crazy. That's wild. Okay, so this so many cards just came out. Maybe a bit much. Maybe a bit much. I feel like that's a message. Ooh. Okay. So there's a little bit of interference going on here. And what I was saying before is like maybe you feel like you're a bit much. Maybe you feel like you're a bit much. Maybe that's a bit of a theme in your life. Maybe you've always felt like you're a bit much for people, but you know, maybe you're like also now realizing that you're not too much for the right people. And it's also, you know, a big theme for me lately is that it's actually okay to be too much for some people. Like, I used to think it was such a negative thing, and I always used to get like so sad about it when I would feel like I was too much for someone. And sometimes like it still comes up, but I'm at this place now where I'm actually so at peace with being too much for some people, and still just expressing myself anyway, and like still being myself and showing up as my authentic self anyway, even if it is a little bit too much for some people. And you know, it's honestly like a really empowering feeling to just kind of accept that it is okay that sometimes we're not going to be like we're going to be too much for people, or you know, even on the flip side of it, sometimes we're not going to be enough for people as well. And that's also okay. And when we do really start to accept ourselves the way that we are, we start to attract people who also accept us for the way that we are, and don't make us feel like we're too much or not enough. But you know, the real work, it always starts in here. It always starts in like the beliefs we have about ourselves. If we think that we're too much or we're not enough, then we're only going to keep attracting more and more experiences that reflect that. You know, and so the real work, yeah, it's within, and it's learning how to cultivate that sense of self-worth. So it doesn't really matter whether someone thinks we're too much or not enough. It because if we know our worth and we know that it doesn't really matter, we will start to attract more people that align with the person that we are and aren't going to make us feel like we're too much or not enough. So yeah, that just, I guess, really wanted to come through. We got some cards here as well, so we'll get into that. Okay, so what I'm getting from this combination is that you're probably like in a bit of a guarded energy, where you're just like you're sick and tired of like being in this energy. You're so over being in this energy. And like, I don't know, it's not the traditional way to read the Four of Cups, but what I'm really getting from it, it's like kind of what I was just talking about, how Just so tired of waiting around basically for the right people, and that is so valid. You are moving away from this energy. There is a message where it's like you are going to need to stop being so guarded, because in order to attract the right people, you do actually have to open yourself up, and risk like being rejected, and you have to risk that chance of it happening again, of you being too much or of you being not enough. But spirit is saying that you are moving away from that, and you are attracting the right people and soul family and people who really see you. If you haven't already, it is coming, and you will have to risk it. You will have to risk being vulnerable. You will have to risk letting yourself be seen. And the right people won't make you feel like you're too much or not enough. And then the wrong people, they'll just make it super clear. I think this is all about a mindset shift of just understanding that being too much or not enough for some people, it's actually okay. It's actually not a bad thing. It's actually just really valuable information that tells me oh, okay, this isn't my person. This person just isn't for me. And we had the Five of Pentacles coming out with a Justice card, which I love because in some kind of way you've probably been going through a period of time of lack, and it could be at this lack of people that understand you and see you. And I'm gonna say, when it comes to being understood by another person, other people can't truly understand us. We're the only ones who can truly understand ourselves. But there is, to a degree that we can feel understood by others. Anyways, but this period of lack could also be other things, could be financial, could be just a mindset in general. Even the people that you've had in your life in the past, or even maybe still currently, have influenced you in a way to be in this type of mindset, this type of lack mindset. And that might be kind of frustrating, because it's and there are also sometimes people that try to actually intentionally pull you into this state of being, and that might have happened to you as well. Justice is coming in for that, and you are finding your soul family, and you are going to receive justice for some the unfair experiences that you might have had to go through, because we have to go through these experiences to learn, and to we learn valuable lessons from it. But if we navigate those times and those experiences in the best way that we can, and with the highest possible integrity at the time, not expecting ourselves to be perfect, but justice will always come around. You're coming up as the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is this really big, passionate, driven, out there personality. And this card is just giving me the vibe of just be your beautiful, bright self, or even intense. You might actually be quite an intense person, and that might be why people find you to be a bit too much, whether that intensity is a really positive, bubbly intensity, or whether it's more of a deeper, darker intensity even. Whatever it is, your intensity isn't too much. You just have to learn how to truly love yourself, and know your own worth, and just be yourself anyway, and the right people will see you, and the right people will appreciate that about you. And just keep being you. Just keep shining, keep burning bright, keep on charging forward in the way that you have been. And yeah, like this, you know, celebration and union of like soul family, and even like it can be love as well, because are having the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles coming up, which is counterparts. Um, and this also represents like the inner union of ourselves, so like full self acceptance and balance within. But it does also bring in like soul family and celebrations and yeah, could be a union, like in love, really could be, really looks like it, to be honest. But also can definitely be like friendships and business partnerships, all types of things, all types of soul unions. Um, the right ones are coming, you know? You just gotta keep showing up as your authentic self. And I know that that can be hard, especially when we feel like rejected, or like we have been too much, or like we've been not enough, or something. Like it can be tough. It sure can be. It feels really not great. But I swear, I promise that you do start to find your people. It does happen. They are out there and they will find you, but they can't find you unless you are shining your beacon and your authentic self. If you aren't showing up as your authentic self, you're going to attract people that are attracted to you for, like a mask that you're wearing that you think is what makes people comfortable or whatever. Um, so yeah, you really can't attract people who are going to love you for you unless you be your full, authentic self, no matter like how intense that might be for some people. And I will say that like we do have a responsibility to learn how to be safe people. So, being your authentic self isn't an excuse to like be an emotionally unsafe person. Like, emotional safety is so important, so key. Like, we do need to work on being better people, more like safe people. So yeah, there's definitely like a balance with that when it comes to, I feel like some people can use the whole like, oh, I'm just being myself, my authentic self, to like excuse like bad behavior or like unsafe behavior, or like, so like self-awareness is very, very, very important. Okay, it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, we can, it's like this process of learning how to be our full unfiltered authentic self, with balance of also like consistently um being open to feedback and improvement and like self-reflection. And yeah, all right, I am going to leave it there, sending you so much love, and best of luck navigating the rest of this eclipse season.